What's up, y'all? Chubby Behemoth in the house. 2/3. Well, 3/5. Back in the States. You, Becker, had extra time in Italy. How did that go? We haven't talked.
It rocked. I stayed, I stayed 4 days longer than you guys, but I left a day early, so I had 5 days without the group.
Mm-hmm.
And I drove across Italy, which was really fucking cool. I drove up the coast and then inland to Siena and through like Tuscany there, which was really cool. And then I drove over to Modena, however the fuck you say it, and went to the Enzo Ferrari Museum there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that rocked. And then
were you hard?
No, I wasn't hard, but I was like, it was dope. The shit they had was really cool. They had old engines on display. They had one-of-one Ferraris that were on display. One of them had like fighter pilot glass on it, so you can't see through. It looks like liquid metal.
Whoa. Yeah, that T1000 shit.
Yeah, it was fucking full Terminator glass. That shit was rad. Modena was cool. We walked around there for a couple hours and saw the like city center and got dinner there. And that was really good. It was like this cool bar where you went in and they had all the raw food set up. And you'd choose what you wanted, and then they would go back and use what you chose to make dope dishes.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that was just like a happy accident because we were tired of looking, and it was like, whatever's going on there looks nice. So that was cool. And then we went to up to like the Italian Alps and drove along those to get to my sister's house and missed our last exit, but then ended up seeing a fireworks show at 11:30 p.m. because we missed our exit. So that was really neat.
Yeah, happy accident.
Yeah,
God's
it only
plan.
added like 12 minutes and we got to see a fireworks show. So that was fucking like a cool ending to a really long drive. And then we went to my sister's house and hung out there for 4 days. Andy went to go see her friend in Germany. So she was gone for 3 of the days. And then we met back up in Rome. And I fucking signed up for shit I wasn't like aware of how bad I was putting myself through it. But I had to get up at 3 a.m. to drive to Rome. And then met up in Rome, went and got lunch, went back, got on the plane, had our like 13-hour flight. And then by the time I got home, I was like, I feel weird. And then ran the math, and I was like, I somehow was up 30 hours in one day. That's fucking insane. So I've just been like a zombie since I've gotten back.
Since then? Oof. Well, yeah, you said you flew into San Francisco, which seems crazy, but it just depends on the flight. And so you had an extra couple hours?
Yeah, and it was only like an extra hour and a half because we flew like over the north. Like we went up and over Canada.
Oh, yeah. I think we did that more going out than coming back. But it seems weird. Is it like, it must be jet stream stuff?
Yeah, it has to be because we were hauling ass too. And the pilot made up like 30 minutes, which was great because I barely made my layover. It was tight in San Francisco. And then, yesterday I passed out at like 4:30 in the afternoon till like 1 a.m. So that was a cool move.
Well, luckily you don't have a lot going on.
That's very true. I'd be totally fucked if I had to like return to a normal life.
Yeah, you would fail a cognitive test all over again.
Yeah.
Which was one of the biggest laughs of the trip. We haven't talked about it on the pod yet, but man, a lot of big laughs obviously throughout. Bunch of funny people being funny. But then you let us know that you got laid off while we were over there, right? Like halfway through the trip or whatever.
Yeah. You've
been on medical leave.
Because I was up so early, I decided to call in and like let them tell me formally.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got canned
like
halfway through.
Yeah, so we're all hanging out. You let us know that you've been let go after, it was 8 months you were on medical leave?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, 8 months.
And we were like, yeah, 8 months is crazy. And you were like, but yeah, I couldn't like do my job. And you tried and you failed a cognitive test. Mm-hmm. And we start laughing and riffing because, of course, when we hear a cognitive test, we think of like judging if someone has a head injury, you know, like what year is it?
Yes. Who's the
president? Yeah. Which one is your left? Which one is your right?
Yeah.
And so we start hitting you with all with all of these bombs, and eventually, when the laughter dies down, you get to explain that, you know, it was related. It was a cognitive test of your ability to do your job.
Yeah, it was to be able to run like 3 computers at the same time and convince someone on the phone that I wasn't doing anything. And I was like pretty close on them, and I was also maybe not trying my hardest when I did them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fucked. I still don't think. Maybe this week I'd have it in me just because I've been eating so good. And I have like 5 more days of those pills, so I'm like really trying to plan out all the food I want to eat and keep down. Absolutely. So today I had a pizza.
Yeah. Is that's on special?
No, that one wasn't on special. I saw the special and it sounded really good. And then when I thought about it, I was like, I really don't want any more ricotta or balsamic or olive oil. I want like a gross American pizza with chicken and bacon and green chilies. And...
Well, yeah, that one sounds good too. But Megan didn't think that was on Bella Luna's menu, so maybe it's new.
I add the bacon and the green chili. It's the Loco. It's the chicken pesto one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You Becker it up.
Yeah.
Wait, now, are you going to be able to get more of those pills, or are you not supposed to keep taking them, or what?
They told me when they gave them to me that I'm not supposed to take them for like long bouts. They gave me a month.
They want you to go back to shitting and puking a lot.
Yeah, or to taking it easy. But I have to talk to my doctor on the 5th. We have a call set up so that I can figure out how long I need to take a break, if they're really bad for me and I should only be taking them when we're going to have like a life event where we're somewhere cool and I definitely don't want to be the stick in the mud during the trip, or if it's like a month on, 2 months off, or I just don't know why I have to be off of it. The doctor wasn't very clear if it was like it'll do permanent nerve damage if you keep taking the nerve pills, or I don't know. I'm hoping that it's the kind of thing that I can be on and off of with some kind of regularity, at least till I get more tests in December. But
yeah, it sucks to think that you have to go back to wondering what's going to stay down and what's going to get sprayed.
Yeah, it'll suck. Because I only got like kind of sick one time in Italy, and I just like couldn't sleep because I felt ill all night, and that was it.
Do you think that was because of a certain thing you ate, or just random whatever?
I don't know if it was what we ate or if it was just random. I also like fucked my nasal cavity up on that water fountain on like the 1st or 2nd day, and definitely gave myself a really bad sinus infection that I'm still fighting.
From what? One of the fountains? One of the street?
Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong, but like when I went and hit it, it like went through my nasal cavity like a reverse nasal wash, and it like soaked my face and shirt. Everyone was like enjoying it, and I enjoyed it because it cooled me off. But like,
oh yes,
a few hours later, I was like, my whole head's fucked up. And then that night, I was like, I think I'm fucked. And the next day, I got some Sudafed from Dr. T. And then I went and bought a bunch of it and was taking it all day, every day. But
you failed a cognitive drinking test.
Yeah, really bad. That was...
You forgot where the water goes. Thank God for those fountains, man. Can you imagine if we would have been walking around and we would have had to have like a bunch of filled water bottles to last us all day? Thank God,
dude, because
had the water flowing.
They weren't serving us anything cold. The booze was like the only shit that was coming out American cold.
And the water was like $7 for a bottle, and we always needed 3 because there were 19 of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, those fountains, whew, they were thinking with they didn't fail a cognitive test when it came to building Rome, because they were like, we need some water for the people. The poors, if you give them water, they're less likely to try to kill you.
Everywhere we went, we encountered it too. I saw them in Siena. Yeah. I saw them in Fontenedra, or wherever I was, where my sister lived. They were all tiny little towns. It didn't make sense. It'd be like if Trinidad was 3 towns.
Mm-hmm. And they had fountains. They took care of people.
Yeah. And the gelato, once I got out to the country, was serious fucking business, sir.
Even better,
dude,
than what we had in the city.
Infinitely better than what we were having in Rome.
Fuck?
And I didn't think that was possible at all.
Yeah.
I almost cried. It was so good, the shit I had in Siena.
God damn.
Yeah.
Huh.
It was nuts.
Like
fucking
even
nuts.
Fluffier? Or?
Fluffier, the flavor was better. Like, all of them had just, like, you could feel it on your tongue that the fruit was just, like, ground into the shit.
Shit.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts. It was so good.
Oh, yeah. How crazy was it driving out of Rome into Rome? Because we talked about how it was insane to be in an Uber, in a cab, and see how people drive. It's like there's no real lanes.
No.
There's so many split roads, and so you can go either way, but you can't tell
where you
just
need
chaos.
to be in 1,000 feet, but you need to know when you make the decision. Yeah, no, Rome was fucked. Once I got outside of Rome, like 30 minutes outside of Rome, everything goes to being the most magical experience I've ever had in a car. Other than me driving the worst car I've ever driven in my life.
What was it?
It was a Fiat 500e, and it was dog shit.
Didn't you try to get something that you
I reserved a much
about?
better car, and then when I got there, they were like, "That car's not ready. We could have it ready in 2 hours." And I was like, "No, what's available now?" And he's like, "All we have is automatics." And then he tried to give me an all-electric one, and I was like, "No, I need petrol." So he gave me a hybrid one. And it drove like shit, dude. Like, every time you'd come to a complete stop and then try to start again, it felt like you were rocking out of like a deep dip.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, it sucked. So like, I almost ran over a cop when I was getting a ticket in Siena.
Speeding?
No, I just drove into a town you're not allowed to drive into, and didn't know we were fucking up based on the signs in Italian until we had gotten far enough in that it was like, I think we fucked up. So when I pulled
the only car around, or were people shaking their fist at you and screaming in Italian?
No, because locals are allowed to drive there. You're just not allowed to drive in as a tourist.
Oh. Well, then put the fucking sign in a couple other languages.
Or put it to, like, on the street where you still have a chance of turning around. They put it far enough up these old Roman castle roads that it is truly like, oh, you know what? I think that means we're not supposed to be here. Well, at the next turnaround, we'll turn around. And the next turnaround was me driving through the main town square.
A parade.
To a very angry Italian cop.
And you almost hit him?
Yeah, dude. So he waves me down and is like, you already have a ticket from the camera. And I was like, okay, great. How do I get out of here? And he gives me directions out, and we're stopped on this old 2,000-year-old cobblestone road that I'm not supposed to be on. And the car already does this weird fucking rocky accelerate thing. So the cop like starts to walk away, and I'm trying to like ease out of the spot, and the car just like jumps at him, and I almost hit him with the fucking side view mirror, and he was pissed. And Andy's just laughing at me like I'm a complete fucking retard. I felt like a complete retard because I couldn't like get the car under control, and then I let my brother-in-law whip it for a second, and he was like, I don't want to drive it. It's the worst thing. This is garbage. Like, yeah, it sucked. It hauled ass, but like, even if I was going like quick on the interstate and then I like pressed the gas to speed up to get out of somebody's way or to pass, it would like shudder. Like the whole car would shudder.
Oh boy. That sucks. That figures that you got. I keep thinking of Seinfeld. Well, they didn't have any cars. At least you got a car, but
yes, yeah.
Come on, you reserve a car.
The drive. I
wonder what they were doing to it. They were giving it an olive oil change. Come on. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I have a good story from the way home. So I'm on the flight, Rome to Chicago. I switched to an aisle seat from the window. Normally I like the window. I like to go to sleep. And Sam bought us the crew window seats because it's nice to be out of the way. I like shove up against the window. I'm less likely to bump into people. And the couple times I've been in the aisle, including the flights home, I was reminded the flight attendants don't really try to avoid bumping into you. So if any of them have a little ass to them, if any of them are larger than tiny, then they're just blasting me, because I'm now, instead of shoving up against the window, I'm inching into the aisle, so I'm not touching the fucking person next to me the whole flight. And so yeah, I'm just like constantly bumped. The carts, flight attendants' butts. This one was doing the safety demonstration, and I swear she kept bending over to put stuff down and pick stuff up, and it was like she was grinding my elbow. She was like backing that thing up. So on the flight home, I'm on the aisle because the two seats that were next to me were not taken when I changed seats, and I thought, maybe they don't get filled. They got filled with a young Italian couple in their 20s. They were fine. But I go to the bathroom to pee the first time, and I went up to the first class, the bigger bathrooms, and I was like, oh shit, these are good. If I have to shit, I should come up here. Well, then later I have to shit, but they're both occupied, and there was like the cart service was happening or something, so I couldn't really get up there. So I go behind me, and they're tiny. The fucking bathrooms are so small, and I was like, well, god damn it, I have to shit. It'll be fine. It wasn't fine, because I was so cramped. My legs are basically like together, like I can't really spread them. I'm trying to get my dick in the toilet hole so I can pee while I'm shitting. It's a nightmare, but I think that everything is fine until I until I get up to wipe. I stand up to wipe. Some people think it's sacrilege, but I have to stand up. I never got used to like leaning. Also, I've broken toilet seats by leaning to one side, so I don't trust that, the lean. And so I've never gotten good at doing it. So I kind of stand up a little, like I crouch, I like stand up a little, and I start to wipe, and I find that most of the shit has gone like in between my cheeks. It hasn't gone into the toilet because I'm so like
it's pressed,
scrunched.
Yeah.
I'm fucking so... I'm sure I said, oh, good, because I knew that it was going to take me so long to unfuck this problem, and it did. Luckily, nobody started banging on the... nobody was, like, in desperate need of that toilet, because it took forever. It was, like, 12 minutes of just, like, cleaning up, wiping, get a little wet toilet paper, but then you gotta get in there and get that out of there with dry toilet paper. It was a whole fucking saga. It sucked. Luckily, the next time I had to poop, it wasn't like a big thing, and I went up. Obviously, I went up to the fancy big boy bathrooms, the bourgeois, so that I could spread. But I didn't even really need it because it wasn't really like another full dump.
Full grump. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like an epilogue.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that first fucking, it was just like, god damn it. Anybody, if people in the afterlife get to watch us struggle, then that was a fucking sweep kind of situation. People were tuning in. Somebody won an Emmy for... because it was fucked. Luckily, I didn't get it like all over my hand or like I was so scared that it was just going to be everywhere. I was going to reek. But I did a fine job of,
when you try to clean it instead of getting anywhere productive with that wax toilet paper and
make it worse and then make it better eventually. No. It went about as well as it could have. Didn't run out of toilet paper. Like I said, didn't have an old woman like banging on the door or like a screaming kid or whatever. So it could have been worse, but oh my god, it was just like, fuck. And again, it was nice that I didn't have to wake somebody up to get back to my window seat. So I was glad that I made the switch. But yeah, I could not sleep on either flight, which was annoying. So my sleep schedule was fucked when I got home. But because I still couldn't sleep, and I kept trying to do do the math on like how long I'd been up, and I needed to do. I got some. I think I talked about getting meds in Rome. These pharmacies had a lot of. You can get a lot of stuff without a prescription. It's not as like you can get antibiotics. So I wanted to get more additional antibiotics so that I could take whatever for Kuato for my cellulitis, my infection that I had, but then also have, some like another couple of doses
backup
for if Megan and I were to get sick, get a sinus infection from failing a drinking test. And people, we've talked about Sam and I have talked about the staff, people in Paris get a bad rap for being shitty or whatever. And in Italy, I don't know that anybody was shitty. I didn't pick up on any servers being short with us, whatever. But the pharmacists, they were all the only people that I interacted with in the pharmacies were women. Some of them were old, some of them were young and hot. They were all, and I don't say this lightly, they were cunts. They were such cunts. They were so mean to me and Emily. They acted like we were dumb. And Emily didn't hit him. She showed restraint because she didn't hit him with... She could have several times been like, I'm a doctor, but she didn't. She stayed in civilian mode and just like, we took this shit. One pharmacist said that she needed a prescription for something that she had gotten from a dude pharmacist a couple days before. I think it was the antibiotics. She was like, oh, you need a prescription for that. And Emily didn't say anything. She didn't blast her, which was nice of her. But like, you just lie and say that you need a prescription when you don't? Why? Because we're Americans that want... our healthcare system is fucked. Let us buy some stuff.
I'm pissed to find out we could buy antibiotics because the one cunt doctor pharmacist guy I spoke to told me I couldn't have antibiotics and I got more Sudafed.
Oh, you got the treatment from a dude. Well, when Emily said that she had gotten stuff from a male pharmacist and he was very nice and helpful, I was like, well, yeah, you're hot. You're Dr. Hot. But, yeah, these women, God, they were so mean and short with her as she's like telling them what we need or whatever. And we did stock up on allopurinol for my gouts. Oh, and I did not know until we were over there that I was on 100 milligram pills, but we got 300 milligrams, and Emily was like, yeah, there's 4, 6. And I was like, well, shit, man. I guess she thought maybe 100 milligrams would do the trick, but she doesn't know how hard I go when I'm at McDonald's or fucking Jack in the Box. So now I'm on 300 milligrams, and it's like I'm still trying to not go crazy, but I think I can. I don't think I can be killed with conventional meat.
I fucked up on the plane, though, and forgot to take a whole round of meds because I didn't realize that I'd been up for 30 hours.
Yeah. Wait, did you get sick?
I just got more clogged up. I'm like still sick. I should probably go get antibiotics because I feel like it's probably not going away.
Well, yeah, I started, the antibiotics for Kuato in Rome, and then took them for a couple more days here, and then stopped because I thought it was enough. And then I fucking had like an ear infection and a like toothache. So I think they were connected. Maybe some food stayed in one of my tooth canyons and then got into the ear, and so I had to start back up with the Bactrin. So that was dumb. I probably could have just knocked it out and been fine if I would have done 6 days straight or whatever. But like I said, fucking healthcare system being all stupid. I tried to save them for next time, for when I fall while skateboarding or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, but
it's fucked. I thought about going today, and I was like, I just don't want to deal with going to the hospital to get a sinus infection dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to wait for my appointment on the 5th.
Well, yeah, and I'm acting like I'm alone and helpless. Emily's my doctor. She can prescribe me stuff. And I don't think antibiotics are expensive.
No, they're not.
They're not pricey like some of these fucking drugs that are in demand. They don't get gouged So I didn't even need to. But it was nice to get the allopurinol and the blood pressure, the statin X. Nice. I've got a bunch of those, so that I don't have to worry about that for a little bit.
Dude, we had a big fat guy that was like 6 feet tall, who was one of the stewardesses, whatever, stewards, air steward,
flight attendant,
air steward sounds fun.
Austin Powers. Bring on the sexy stews, man.
This guy was not sexy, but to your point, we talked about how he was too big to be a flight attendant
in those aisles.
It was fucking insane, dude. He was just like checking people in the shoulders constantly, like with his hips. Like, it wasn't even just like scooting a little butt cheek. It was like fucking insane. It was truly nuts to behold that this guy thought like, this is a career move for me in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. I when Frontier makes you size your bag to see if you have to pay, I always think, what if we did that for the middle seat? What if the middle seat was for little tinies and they had to fit into a little box? And because it's so annoying when a big person is in the middle. It's like, come on, you saved maybe $30, $36 round trip. Yeah. Just pay. Get an aisle or a window. The middle should be for children and for slight, small people with no elbows. Ideally, just a head is in the middle seat. And yeah, when it's just like a grown-ass dude. From Chicago to Denver, there was a married couple, probably in their 50s, and they both got middle seats, one behind the other. I was like, fuck you. You have to blow. Like, the woman was pretty big, and I was sitting next to the dude who he was kind of big. He had 2 pizzas that he ate on the plane, little personal ones, but still 2 of them. And it was like, all right, they reeked, they smelled so strongly. It's like, come on, man. But yeah, he wasn't too bad because he didn't like spread. A lot of these guys will fucking spread. And it's like, no, you're in the middle seat. You should be scrunched. You got to disappear in the middle seat.
Yeah, that's where that $30 goes.
Yeah,
into your scrunch.
Jesus Christ, sorry.
We cheated God and had empty planes the whole time. Like, so empty that it made our first flight, or our flight from Chicago to Rome, look full.
Oh, yeah. You said that before we got going. Yeah, I didn't have that. We had pretty full plane, both flights on the way home. But it was fine. Watched a couple of movies. Could not sleep. Kept getting bumped. But
me too. And they do those 3 meal services, so it's like every 2 hours they turn the lights on and bother the fuck out of everyone.
Oh yeah, that was annoying because I had a flight attendant who like waved her hand. Like, so I'm in the aisle, obviously I know you're right next to me with a cart. I don't want anything right now, but some of these flight attendants want to make eye contact with you and like make sure. It's like, no, of course I don't want. If I wanted anything, I would be looking at you. And she like waved her hand in front of my face and was like, I'm watching a movie or whatever, but she was like, I think she was asking if I wanted anything to drink, and I was like, no. The cart blasted me in the clavicle. I don't need anything. I would have fucking, and I'm sure it's because they've probably been threatened with, death because some idiot didn't wanted something and then didn't, say anything.
Some geriatric fuck was so into Avatar that they missed out on the snack service, and then they threatened to sue because they were diabetic or something.
Yeah. Oh my God. On the way there, I had the there was the actual meal, which was whatever, but then the snack was a breakfast sandwich, and I got the vegetarian, so it was just egg and cheese on a roll, and it was so fucking good. And I was hoping it would happen again on the way back, but it was a little pizza, like a pizza log.
The twist, that's what we had too.
Yeah, and that was fine.
It was. But
good. That breakfast sandwich, I was like, where did this come from?
Dude, I loved it. Pat and Andy fucking hated it, and I think Bonzo hated it too.
That's crazy. Did you get meat?
I got meat. It was turkey sausage.
Yeah, If you had the same roll and egg and cheese, yeah, it was bomb.
I liked it a lot. I would have
not liked
put off that they didn't like it. I thought I was trash.
No, it's not even that it was trash. I don't even know what they wouldn't have liked about it. Anyway. Oh yeah, I keep thinking about the sandwiches between Donkey Punch and the triangles, Trazipio or whatever, and the the spot that Renee told Chris about.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the sandwiches.
Dude, we had the last day in Rome on the way out, and we went to this giant market and ate a bunch of fresh fruit and had this old man make us sandwiches at his little deli, and those were fucking insane. They were the craziest sandwich I had on the whole trip. Also, we went back on like the day Rome reopened. It's crazy how much busier Rome was.
Clocked the difference
after the holiday was over. Yeah, the amount of storefronts that were open and shit that was going on was insane.
Yeah, I wondered about that because like where we stayed was very touristy, so it seemed like
it was
a lot
mostly
of stuff was
still open. Yeah,
mostly open, but a lot of other places. We went to Grabatella. You could tell a lot of stuff was closed.
Yeah,
so you're saying, yeah, it was just like
it was mostly cafes and like gelato spots that were open everywhere, but you could kind of tell that there were like blinds closed on most places, or the rare shop that didn't have blinds, you'd see a sign in the glass window that said like closed till the 26th. Yeah,
so you got a little glimpse into full blast Rome.
Yeah, it was nuts because we went over kind of by the Vatican Museum to where this giant market was, and saw when we were going past the Vatican Museum how much busier everything was. It was nuts. So like I think as far as filming and doing what we did, we kind of nailed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only times I did not love being over in Rome was when we went to some of the super populated tourist attractions.
The Trevi Fountain made me feel panicky.
Yeah, I hated it. And it wasn't even that bad. Well, it was bad, but like it wasn't massive, the most amount of people you've ever seen. It was just a small, like, there were so many little alleys, and if there were more than a few people in there, it sucked. And that was like still an alley, but with a bunch of people coming and going, getting in the way, stopping.
Yeah.
When when people were trying to file past the throngs. Yeah, that was like the only time, because even some of the other spots, Coliseum, I had a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Trevi Fountain, it was cool looking, but I was like, fuck, man, this sucks.
I think that's the most panicky I've ever gotten in a crowd. And I don't know if it's because I was like hot and sticky and then that was going on or what, but that was the most my brain's ever been like, cool, fuck this, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of where this is. This sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. While also being like, but it's beautiful. My brain being like, no, fuck that, leave.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then Sam saw a cream puff and decided to duck in and get cream puffs, and then we ate them right outside, and it was like, man, we're like barely removed from the madness. Yeah, I wanted to get the hell out of there too. And everybody was like, this is where everybody gets pickpocketed. This is where all the orphans are. The street kids.
Yeah, that's when I bought that crazy hash, because I was like, I have to fix this now. And I saw a lady that said hash.
A lady told you hash and then you followed her?
They were like barking outside of that cannabis store.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I didn't even clock. You said you saw a few like dispensaries.
Yeah, I went to 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I didn't see any. I saw the pharmacies.
I mean, they were tiny little Amsterdam cannabis stores that had like rock hash, some pretty bad live hash, and then some flour that looked pretty rough. I didn't buy any of the flour.
Yeah. How are the prices?
You know, I wasn't paying that much. I think it was like 30 a gram, so not bad.
Okay. I'll tell you, price of gas is going up. The price of groceries is going up. And cell phone bills are skyrocketing unless you're with Mint Mobile. That's right, Becker. I snuck in an ad read on your ass. Mint Mobile is awesome. They offer premium wireless cell service for just $15 a month when you get a 3-month plan. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Now, some people think that 5G is brainwashing us into voting for lizard people. I say it makes the porn look crystal clear. So, whichever side you're on, Mint Mobile can help you out if you're trying to post on True Social, or if you're trying to send a bomb threat to a Olive Garden because they have a trans server. Mint Mobile's trans servers are the fastest in the country, sending conspiracy theories from coast to coast in mere seconds. I might try Mint Mobile. You know, I'm with Google. Google is using 5G. Google's using 6G to turn my son against me. He's trying to say that I didn't come to his soccer game. I was there. But according to his phone, I was at the casino. But, yeah, I think I might make the switch. It sounds like a cool thing. They keep their prices low, blah, blah, blah. So that's all good stuff. Also, 4 out of 5 dentists agree. Mint Mobile helps your breath more than brushing alone. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan, even my old-ass Google Pixel from 1999. And you can keep your same phone number and all your existing contacts. Oh, can you imagine having to re-enter all of your contacts? You don't have to sweat it. Thanks to Mint Mobile. Minty Fresh Mobile. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/chubby. That's mintmobile.com/chubby. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/chubby. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. Why not? You're only spending $15 a month on your phone. That gives you more money to buy bullets and pills that keep you from throwing up everything that you've ever eaten.
Yeah.
So why not?
I need the savings. I was on Xfinity Mobile, but now I don't work for them, so my discounts are going away.
Yeah, I was gonna say your internet has been bad since you were on medical leave. Now it's worse. They're targeting you.
They're coming
fucking
for me.
you. They're throttling you. They're gonna get their money back. How long did you work before the 8-month medical leave? Like
6 months.
weeks?
I can't believe they gave me as much time as they did, really.
And it was 6 months after the coding, the training, and all that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And that was like almost a year.
so you came out ahead, though. You worked for 6 months, got paid for an additional 8.
I didn't get paid for all of it.
Oh.
I just didn't get fired.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Then they should have kept you on.
Yeah.
You could have come back stronger than ever.
They were paying my insurance.
Well, that's huge.
Yeah, that is huge. But that was the part that mattered. They weren't sending me any checks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shit. What are you going to do? Do you know?
No, I got to kind of figure out what's going on with the doctors. They're
Yeah.
trying to put everything off till the middle of December, which seems fucking insane
Oh, yeah.
with
What
the rate
fuck?
I'm losing weight. So hopefully I can get them to move that up. But they don't really have like a plan yet. The doctor just kind of hooked me up with these nerve pills because I made him feel bad about me going on the trips. I was like, I have these things coming up, and if there's anything that I can take that's stronger than the shit you're giving me now, it'd be really cool if I wasn't a problem for everyone every morning. And he was
Yeah, if you're a
reluctant.
half hour late every morning because you're blasting a toilet.
Yeah. Or just texting you guys like, go without me, I'll find you later today. That would have sucked.
Yeah, that would have. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that you didn't have to.
And I wouldn't have
You
been
don't
able
have
to
to worry
eat
about
anything anywhere if I was worried about it. Like I thought about it a couple of times when I'd look at a menu and be like, thank God this is working. Because there's
Yeah.
nothing on
Oh,
this
yeah.
menu that would have been a solid choice had this not been working.
Yeah, there was no mashed potatoes or yogurt.
No.
I don't know what else you were eating.
I did have
cereal.
mashed potatoes in Tuscany that were fucking crazy. With speck in them.
What's that?
That like Italian bacon. It's like a smoked pig belly thing.
Oh, sure.
It
in
rocked.
Carbonara. Is that
But the gas, when you said the price of gas was going up going into that ad, holy shit, the gas in Italy was fucking bananas.
Huh.
It was like
it's all by the liter,
$7.9.
too, right?
Yeah, it's fucking...
So you don't even know what you're paying until it's too late.
I knew, yeah. It was a lot. It was about $7 to $9 a gallon, depending on where I was.
Jesus. Oh, wait. Is 4 liters is a gallon? Is that
Yeah.
right? Okay. So it's not difficult to crack that code. Acted like
It's like
acted like it was
3.89 or
Celsius to
something.
Fahrenheit. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So you just multiply by 4, you're about there.
pretty much.
Jesus Christ. Why the fuck? They're just getting choked out over there?
Yeah, because they don't have any like power over OPEC, and they don't have their own oil reserves like we do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're lucky.
Yeah, I guess. Still feel like I'm getting hosed over here. Paying 4. It's not going to go down either. Now that summer's almost over, it's just going to stay 4. It'll come down to like 370s. Fuck you.
They might open up reserves going into the election. That usually happens, but it's not a good idea.
Well, I'm hoping to make a bunch of money gambling. Sports gambling. I haven't been able to do it with baseball or the WNBA. I like to lose my money with pro football, and that's right around the corner. And almost as good as pro football is college football, and it's about to be epic with MyBookie. That's right. Another ad. Send the death threats now. I have a P.O. box, so you're not going to get my home address anymore. But feel free to send me a severed rat's head. I can't remember what the P.O. box is. 168, I think. Trinidad. MyBookie's sportsbook and casino platform lets you bet on every game and win anytime, all from your mobile device. You don't even have to have pants on to win with MyBookie. You can be taking a shit and have the money just rolling in. Your gains. You don't even need an app. What? You just go online, sign up, and you're ready to go. God knows I hate apps. So you just go online and you can start gambling. You can get that rush that you haven't felt since you were in high school and you almost hit that kid with your car. MyBookie has tons of ways to win. When you know your favorite teams well, it's easy to take advantage of props like team win totals or early picks for the playoffs. Sam went real hard on props like team win totals last season, and he did not win. But this year, he just might, thanks to MyBookie. I love sports gambling. It's fun. It's a rush. People keep trying to get me to play fantasy football. I say, I'm out. I'm not going back. I don't miss it. What I do like is gambling every week. Like I said, mostly pro football. I like getting into like playoff basketball. Did not do great last year, but I don't even care because it's not just about winning. It's about having fun. It's about having little stakes in the game, watching live, texting your buddies, getting tips from your real problematic addict gambling friends. No, they're fine because they win. They win free money. It's basically free money. It's like robbing a bank without any charges that can be filed against you. It's legal. Make every game and every play exciting when you bet with MyBookie. There's no need to download an app. Just click the link in the show notes, sign up, and you're ready to bet. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin, and use promo code Chubby to claim a bonus up to $1,000 on that first deposit.
Whoa.
That's promo code Chubby to start the college football season off with house money. Don't ever miss out on the action. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime. Only with MyBookie. Anything, anywhere. I'm going to bet on the next school shooting. Over, under. How many victims in the next school shooting? I'm
What are
going
you gonna
with...
bet, though?
I'm going over. If the line is 9, I'm going over. I'm thinking double digits. God, that's morbid.
The copy made it sound like you could wager anything too, like
yeah,
TV,
you can bet your you can bet your dog. Yeah, you can bet your firstborn that Biden will die before Christmas 2025. I should have said 2024. 2025 is like, yeah, come on, he's not gonna see spring 2025. But he may be dead already. We have no idea. But yeah, I like the idea that you can bet on anything, anywhere. When's the next time Becker's gonna throw up? It's on there. You can get some action.
I'd bet under 9 days.
Yeah, how many more pills do you have?
Like 5.
5 more days of pills? Yeah, so it's probably going to be less than a week. I'm surprised that they're back, because, and Sam will be too, because he didn't think that first ad read was a slam dunk.
To be fair, they bought this one before the first one was posted, so
oh shit! All right,
we'll see if we get a third one.
Maybe this is the last one, but there's other options out there. No, there aren't. There's only one option, MyBookie. It's my favorite. I definitely don't use FanDuel, and not MyBookie. Why would I? Also, yeah, Sam kept saying that it was that you couldn't lose.
You can't lose.
That you can't lose, yeah. Which is fun, but sponsors come and go.
That's right.
The podcast is forever. Oh yeah, I worked at the bar on Tuesday, and classic. So many people come in, and they just want to look around, which is fine. The bar was closed for a long time. Maybe you haven't been in there since you were a kid, so people like to look around. Sometimes people are tourists, and they just want to stop in. Maybe they think it's a dispensary. Oh, no. Oh, but this is a cool bar. You mind if I look around? Of course not. But sometimes people come in, and I greet them, and they don't say a goddamn word. They just look at me. Sometimes they don't even look at me. They just shuffle around, leave. This guy, and it's annoying, because it makes me feel like a fucking asshole. It makes me feel like a worm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just, you can't even, oh, hey, not looking to get a beer or anything. This just looks like a cool bar. Oh, yeah, sure. Take a lap. But yeah, this fucking guy comes in, probably in his 50s, shuffles in. Hey, how's it going, man? Nothing. Just kind of looks at me, keeps shuffling. I go fuck myself, obviously. He does like a little lap around the bar, leaves. And then like a few minutes later, I go to take a whiz, and the toilet seat is down. And it's usually up, because I want people to pee in it, not take a shit. So the lid is down, and the seat is down. I'm like, God damn it. I lift it up. There's just a turd and some toilet paper. And it had to have been that guy, because it was so slow, and it was still early in the shift. So, like, I knew how many people had been. It was like there had been like 4 people in there. So this motherfucker can't even talk to me. And he doesn't have to say, can I use your bathroom? Which would also be, a an interaction.
Yeah.
And I let people use the bathroom, because there's there's like public toilets up the street that are never unlocked. I thought it was like seasonal. It's like, oh yeah, spring and summer. No, they're just like locked all the time. Or you have to like answer a fucking trivia question to get access. I don't know. Or there's a lottery. Your name gets called. It's like, you get to pee in there this week. But they're always closed. So yeah, that's annoying. Whatever. So I usually, unless somebody is like actively shooting up, I let them go use the bathroom. And this motherfucker can't even talk to me. He had suspenders on, so he took his little suspenders off, and he wiggled his pants down and shit, and then was in such a rush to get to fucking city council meeting that he couldn't flush, couldn't give me a salute or a nod or a thumbs up on his way out. Oh yeah, there's a lot of that. A lot of people. We're pretty sure that the head shop next to us is selling drugs. So there's been all kinds of characters coming and going.
I went in there to try to get a rig before I left town.
The head shop? Yeah, right next to
they're for sure doing something.
Yeah, people are coming and going way too quick.
Yeah.
and like somebody's running out to cars, so that sucks. Hopefully I don't have to worry about anybody ODing in our bathrooms. We have Narcan, but the training was like 2 years ago. So
I don't think what they're selling needs Narcan.
Oh yeah, that's for opiates.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just
they
have
seem
to
methy to me.
I just have to kick them in the ribs or tickle them. Usually
cold water bucket.
Cold water, warm piss. Ice bucket challenge. Smack them around a little bit. Paintbrush.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to harsh anybody's mellow, but yeah, I'm hoping not to like clean up meth shits or put out a small fire in the bathroom because these head shop customers are going to be in need of a little privacy. Fuck.
I'm surprised we didn't see more junkies in Rome.
Yeah, no. They went on vacation too. Everybody
get the fuck
took
out for the heat.
Ferragosto off. Yeah, we didn't see many people sitting on corners or holding up signs. What was that? Because it's huge. There's got to be a bunch of homeless folks.
Yeah, and you'd think we were at all the spots, like down by the river.
Down by the river.
That's where I would hang out if I was hot and just wanted shade.
Yeah. Those parks. Yeah, most people didn't look like they were street folks. Oh, yeah, there was that... God damn it. I'm not even drinking bubble water. I'm trying to be a good boy. There was that one guy, or I don't know who was with us. It might have been just me, Bonzo, Sam. When he went to get those shirts. Yeah, there was just a few of us.
Yeah, it was when me and Andy peeled off.
Okay. So and the girls were hungover, right?
Yeah, they had all tied one on.
They slept in.
Yeah.
They tied off. We went to whatever. That was like a lot of Asian businesses. Bangladeshi folks were in that the spot with the stalls where Sam got his 4 shirts turned into 2 shirts. And I don't even know if we talked about that on the pod.
Yeah, we talked about them getting made, but you guys were having to go back the next day.
Okay. Well, so when we were the day we just went and we were walking around and stumbled in there, we were by a park and a guy came up and asked us for a smoke, and we didn't have smokes, but I offered him a Zyn, and I was curious if he knew what to do with it because I didn't know how could I have explained it. Like I would have had to like charades it and be like, put it in here and then leave it. And like, I didn't know how to explain it because I didn't know how much, it didn't seem like he spoke a lot of English. He kind of just motioned for a cig.
Gotcha.
I gave it to him. I don't know what he did with it.
There.
Yeah, but he looked like he might have been homeless-ish. I don't know. There were a lot of kids and families at that park, and it looked like maybe he was hanging out with like a family. But he also looked kind of rough, so I don't know if he was, just trying to like get some snacks and then until he got shooed away. But yeah, it was funny to imagine him like chewing on it, thinking it's gum. I don't know.
Trying to light it on fire.
Oh yeah, open the pouch, snort it. God, that would be rough.
Fuck, dude, snorting one of those would be brutal.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Pure nicotine.
My brother-in-law had
sinus infection.
A ton of logs.
Oh, he stocks up.
I guess they're pretty big with all the fighter pilots.
What?
Like the Zins?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we were talking. He was like, "You know about these?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's apparently a shortage." He was like, "Yeah, I can't get them from the place I normally order them from." And then, like every cabinet I opened in his house, there'd be a log. So it was kind of funny that he was worried about running out and had hundreds of them, from what I could tell.
Whoa.
I guess nicotine helps with like circulation issues when you're pulling G's.
Oh.
So they're all full-blown addicted to Zins now. Everybody's quit smoking, and they're all just fucking horseshoeing Zins.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he was stoked when he was like, but I just found out, you know about these Velos? They're like 25 milligrams.
Oh God, I can't imagine.
All the Italian ones were like that. The Velos that they sold there were all high dose, weird shit.
Yeah, but we only had the one thing of Velos, and they were 6, right? But they were like 9 and 12, and I think 15. It's just too much.
Yeah.
How cool can one person be?
That would be buzzing hard. I was bummed I didn't have any for the flight home.
Yeah, I had 2, and I think I only used 1. It's so funny when they say you can't have smokeless tobacco, and I think they say that, and they're talking about like loose chaw, right?
Yeah, but I don't want you spitting.
Right. They don't want you to use your water cup. You fill it with chaw spit, and then you just dump it into the garbage bag. But yeah, it would be insane if anybody said anything about nicotine pouches, because there's no, well, except for dipshits like Sam who just put them wherever and act like it's fine.
Yeah,
like it's their God-given right. Like, what am I supposed to do? And it's like, literally treat it like garbage because it's trash and put it somewhere acceptable. You don't just stick it somewhere. You don't fucking just put it wherever as soon as you're done with it. But,
I forget where it was in Italy, but one
Freedom.
time I ended up with one in my hand because it was put somewhere gross and stupid, like underneath a soda can. It was something dumb, and it just ended up in my palm, and I had a oh good moment where I was like, oh, very nice. That's from someone's mouth, probably Sam's, so that makes it a little better.
And for some reason, he can't, take it out after, kind of sucking on it so that it's a little bit dry. It has to be, full of saliva.
It was like a loogie.
Yeah. We did our one comedy show, thanks to Filippo, who was so fun. I'm excited for him to be introduced to wide world viewers because he was great every time he was on camera. He put together that show for us. It was fun. We didn't know if it would happen because he guaranteed it was going to be a disaster. It actually was fine. But there was a pretty bad language. Language must have been part of the problem, right?
I think it was all of the problem.
It was the main issue. Yeah, they didn't know who Rick Flair was. And I asked Patrick, do you think people will know who Rick Flair is? And he goes, no. He said there was only 2 people who knew what Spencer's Gifts was. And I was like, yeah, but Rick Flair's been around forever, more of a pop culture thing than just a wrestler. It's not like just wrestling fans would know him, I thought. But I was, and I made fun of him, and then I get on stage and probably 2 people knew who Ric Flair was, other than you and AC or our crew.
Yeah,
there was nothing. Which it was the first time I told this joke because I think I thought of it over there or right before we went over there. But it's just Ric Flair, wrestling legend, called himself the Nature Boy, but he was adopted. So I feel like he probably should have called himself the Nurture Boy, and he got nothing. And most of our stuff did not hit hard. People were definitely entertained. They got a lot out of it, but they weren't laughing hard.
Chris,
and so
Chris had a fucking solid set, but Chris's bits were a beautiful act out.
Yeah,
a humorous physical bit that he did that was long and great and amazing and translated fine.
Yeah.
And then he did his impressions, which are
the
silly and perfect for an audience that barely speaks. I don't think he even intentionally did it, but his set walked the line of people that barely spoke English perfectly, I think.
People who are dogs.
Yeah, they all got
bike accident. You're right. No, I would imagine Chubby just tried to do the stuff that he likes doing the most or whatever.
Yeah.
And it coincided with... Yeah, he's never had stuff that's super cerebral, I would say. Not that I do either, but a lot of his stuff is very silly.
The most clear spot I think anybody lost him on language was how with you they were up until Bluey in that phone bit. They were with
Yeah.
you 100%. And then when you made that reference, everybody just kind of got like, huh.
Yeah, and I didn't think about it being an issue until right before I said Bluey. And I thought, do they know who Bluey is? And yeah, the answer was no. They don't
Yeah,
know
it
Ric
was
Flair.
no.
They don't know Bluey. But anyway, so I say all that because despite everybody definitely having a good time, loudly applauding us after every set, I didn't get a lot of good laughs. It was, I said I can't wait to tell that Ric Flair joke in America, but it was fine. I also felt like shit before when we had dinner. I would just couldn't stop sweating. I felt a little bit sick to my stomach, and it was very annoying. And so I go on stage. I feel okay. I don't pass out or puke on stage, which was great. I get off stage and I'm like, yeah, it's a living. I don't care that I didn't crush. But I sit down where we've been sitting and I set my phone down, and then I pick it back up a minute later and there's a fucking Zin stuck to the back of it. And it stuck to it because it was just it's shellacked because it was so wet with Sam's saliva. Because he thought that's where Zins go. The bathroom is 6 feet away. There's 3 trash cans in the bathroom. Toilet, you could flush it down a toilet if you wanted. But no. You could put it in a napkin and then leave it on the table. God forbid you do anything other than just bleh. Just spit it
right
out.
There.
Just spit it out on the table. Who cares?
God.
I'm Sam T. God, I hope he crashes over the Atlantic.
I was mad we left that pizza there.
Oh yeah, 7 of us couldn't. Nobody could remember to grab these 2 pizza boxes.
We all biffed it.
That was unfortunate. I was surprised by that because, and I part of it was probably because I didn't feel great, so I didn't care. I ate enough, and then I wasn't in leftover mode.
Well, we'd all ignored the box for 2 hours, and then
It was just sitting there. It was hot in there. I felt bad for you guys. It was so hot in there.
It was brutal. And then the fact that it got as far into the show as it did before they turned on the air conditioning was insane.
Oh yeah. It was going before the show.
Yeah, and then they turned it off when they put bodies in, and then more than halfway through the show. Was it right before your set, or was it right before Sam's?
I think it was after me.
So right before the headliner, they turned the air back on.
That's tradition. No, I would imagine it's because the people weren't drinking a lot, so he's like, all right, I got to save a couple bucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, oh, God. Another burp means it's time to say, check out the Patreon, you freeloaders, if you haven't already. We started the Patreon pretty much right when we started the pod, which was right around this time, 4 years ago. Yep. It was end of August, wasn't it?
I think that's when we started,
or middle? Yeah. 4 years
4th.
of... Okay, sometime in August.
Mm-hmm.
4 years of Chubby B. 4 years of Patreon episodes. And there's some good stuff in there. So check it out. Patreon.com/Chubby Behemoth. Sam gets back to the States tonight. He will be in Wilmington, North Carolina, Friday, Saturday, with Joe Esch. I will not be there because I biffed it and didn't get plane tickets. Sorry, North Carolina. Sorry, Tar Heels. But go to samtallent.com for upcoming tour dates. I will be in San Antonio. I will be in Houston at the Secret Group. Those shows are Friday and Saturday. San Antonio, Friday, September 6th. Houston, September 7th. Sam will be in Dayton, September 4th. Columbus, September 5th. Big Diamond Comedy Festival, October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. In Bentonville, Arkansas. If you're anywhere near Bentonville, you should come to that. We're going to do a wrestling show. The lineup is killer. Kyle Kinane's going to fucking be there. He's the best. So come check that out. Sam and I will be out there. Sam and Raj Suresh put together the fest and had, the committee go through submissions and pick actually funny comedians as opposed to just whoever has the right management. I don't want to get into all that bullshit, but so many festivals are just scams and awful, just grifters, just some dickhead decided to get a couple sponsors and throw together a festival, book their friends, and then book whoever can help their career. So, this is not that. This is just Raj approaching Sam and being like, let's do like a good festival, and Sam being like, sounds good. So that's cool. It'll be fun. Rand Barnacle will be there. Can't wait to dick around with a bunch of friends in Bentonville. And then, as I said on Instagram, kidnap a Walton or two. No. If you're listening, ATF. I don't know who would. I won't be smoking while I kidnap a Walton. Also, it's a joke. Wink. It's a joke, allegedly. But, we'll be out there for that. High Plains in Denver is coming up, and me and Sam and you will be all over that. Chubby B, probably Saturday during the day.
Generally,
Fine Gentlemen's Club Saturday night. Sounds like we are closing out the festival.
Fuck yeah.
Which is interesting. Yeah, usually we're the last show Friday night. I think we're going to be the last show Saturday night.
Nice.
So that's cool. But yeah, samtalent.com. Don't go to nathanlund.com. I can't fucking get my shit together, maybe ever. I wonder if you can bet on MyBookie whether I will, what will happen first. I'll have a functioning website or Armageddon or the Rapture. What will happen, or will I die? Everybody keeps talking about how huge I am. So I would imagine the money, the smart money is on me dying before having a... And people want to help. Whoever has reached out about helping me, I'm sorry. I'm a fucking dickhead. And trying to put together a website is like homework. And I have school sucks disorder. I have SSD. And so I can't be bothered. Speaking of Patreon people, we have cool merch that I'm eventually going to get in the mail. It's great. Leslie, our friend Leslie, put it together. Jordan Dahl designed it, and it's great. And I'm going to send it out, god damn it, in the next couple days. So that's cool. Don't bet on MyBookie just yet, but thanks for listening. Sam, rest in peace. I just got word he's gone, but that means I'm going to Wilmington. Later.
Bye.